So who here likes Disney? Raise your hand up. Who grew up on it? Raise your hand up. Who loves singing the songs to Disney songs? Raise your hand up. Okay, we all grew up on Disney. That's good to know. I grew up on Disney too, and I used to sing a lot of the songs on Disney. And yeah. Wait, I forgot my spell.
It's okay.
I literally forgot.
Do you need your notes? No, speak by the main points. Don't think about what you were saying.
One of the things I learned when I went to school at age from 4th grade to 7th grade, I felt like I didn't belong. Why was that? I had friends, I hang out with people, I talk with people, but I still felt misplaced. And one of the reasons I think was I molded myself by what people said. I acted the way they wanted me to be. They saw parts of the truth of who I really was. And this carried on until I reached high school. During high school, I had this belief that I had to change the way I acted. So what I did was participate in big events. Do something risky, something big, something worth life-changing. And that was when I had my first 12 weeks Technovation competition. Technovation was for girls only. No, I've been interested ever since I was in 8th grade, ever since my ICT teacher told me about it. Now, you needed a team of coders and people who could do business. Immediately, I found 5 people. But also, 6 weeks into the 12 weeks, immediately 2 dropped out. So we were left with 3. Then we realized the workload was overwhelming. We had only 12 weeks. We only had 6 weeks left, and we didn't get anything done. But what we could manage to do was make this app name called Teachers Near Me. Teachers Near Me is like Tinder, but for educational purposes. Yeah. And the thing with this is you get a variety of choices, like class lessons, choose from, and from culinary to music classes. But the thing was, it was still too big. It was still too broad, not specific enough. So we didn't get to really break it down to smaller and be more specific. What we did, but however, while I was splitting hairs over what to do, one of my teammates, her name's Kelly. Now, Kelly was I always thought she was lazy. That was before I knew who she was. She said to me during our bus ride that she wanted to win this. She really wanted to win it, even though we were like 2 teams down and we had nothing done. And the thing about that was she helped me breathe easier. I felt like things would be okay because I had someone who believed in finishing Technovation. And throughout the 12 weeks, towards the rehearsal day, another member, our 3rd member, she bailed out. So now there's only 2 standing, and we were on the verge of panicking. But we didn't give up. We did our rehearsal, we made our slides, and we finished Technovation. The weird thing about it, we also won 2nd place, which shouldn't have happened because we kind of just messed around for the past 12 weeks that we were doing it. And yeah, it was weird to see that we won despite not working very hard for it. We cramped everything in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, everybody. Something that should have been done in 12 weeks. Imagine the workload. And this moment taught me how much friendship really means. It's not something you can just get and then throw away later. It's something you have to build on. And Technovation changed my opinion of Kelly. Yeah, she's lady, sure, but she does her work. She does what she thinks is important to her. And that was something special to me, that I had her as a friend, and I thought her, wow, she's really cool. I'm glad she's my friend. Another time, school was still this magical place that I could always count on. It was my perfect bubble, you could say, like a bubble, something I could always control. That changed the moment I went to my first Model United Nations conference. Now, my then homeroom teacher, Daniel Reimer, he was the one who introduced it to us alongside a couple of other classes. In total, there were 10 of us. But the thing was, we were so not prepared at all. We did everything in a rush. Everything was YOLO'd, you could say. YOLO'd, yeah. And up till the final day, on the first day of Model UN, I was thinking in my head, why the hell am I here? This shouldn't be happening to me. Why am I doing this? I was panicking so much that my hands shook visibly during my opening speech. But I remembered something about what Reimer had said. He said, if you really believe that things will be all right, then they will be. Things will get better if you believe they do. It was something along the lines of that, but I kind of forgot. It was like that. And the thing about this, I repeated it continuously inside my head. And I thought to myself, I'll be all right. I can do this. This will end. I'll be all right. And that was a moment I realized I started to enjoy MUN more. I could laugh with all the other people. I could enjoy debating with them. That was also something special because I learned how to trust myself when it comes to taking risks, taking a part in something I've never done before. And this was life-changing for me, even though I was just 15, I guess. And my point in all of this is that if you have people who believe in what you believe, it forms trust. And when you believe in yourself, and when you're authentic, when you're honest to yourself, you can bring honesty to other people. You can form friendship bonds with them and be something more, basically. And I think trust is a really important factor in determining how you're going to solve problems globally, of course. It's always globally because we're facing so many problems today with how the world is just changing so much. And we need trust in all of this. We need to build trust, to look for people whose weaknesses are our strengths, and when our strengths are their weaknesses. So we can become something more. We can build a better future. That's it.